There was a time when you loved art. You would always start with your son in the corner, and then you would start to express yourself. But all you needed was a parent, guardian, or an educator to believe in you, so you can turn this into this. For the love of art, on the next Education Talk with The Dean Show. Students, parents, guardians, and educators, welcome to Education Talk with The Dean Show. I'm your host, The Dean. Today, we have a very special guest. She's changing lives through art in her classrooms. Please help me welcome Miss Chrissy Monahan. How are you?
I'm great.
Thank you so much for being on the show. So you work at a public school.
Yes.
What level do you work?
High school.
High schoolers. Ooh, high schoolers. What made you fall in love with art?
Well, I think I have a couple of responses to this.
Okay.
One of the first ones would be when I was really little, probably like 5 or 6 years old. My mom used to bring me into the living room, set me down, turn on the TV, put on some cartoons, and I'd be really quiet for like an hour, making no noise. And when the cartoons were over, I would run to go find my mom and show her a piece of paper. And what was on the paper was a drawing of the cartoons that I was just watching.
Really?
Yeah. At first, my mom didn't believe me.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
She used to think that I would put the piece of paper on top of the television screen and trace the characters on there.
That's what I would do, right? Just right on it.
But then one of the times, same routine, brought me into the living room, turned on the TV, put on some cartoons, but then she pretended to leave, but then decided to hang out towards the back of the room, and I didn't know she was in there.
Really?
And what she saw was me doing the same thing, pulling out my sketch pad, grabbing my pencil, and starting to draw the cartoons while laying on the floor.
I can see Mom just...
Yeah, that was her.
I'm sure.
But then, I think, like, at that point, she knew that art was going to play a huge role in my future. Because I was doing that all the time. But then, as I started to get older, when I was in high school, I had a really cool opportunity called the Explorations Program.
Exploration program?
Yes.
Tell us more about this program.
So what this was, it was for high school seniors who had early dismissal, which had an option to be placed in a career that they were thinking on pursuing for a college degree. So for me, it was art, because I loved art, and I was thinking, I think I want to go into being an art teacher. So our high school art teacher at the time was working at the high school in the morning and then working at the elementary school in the afternoon. And I would go to the elementary school with her in the afternoon 2 times a week. And I was basically her teacher's assistant.
Nice.
But one of the times, I don't know if she was necessarily supposed to do this. But she had asked me if I had wanted to teach a lesson with the second graders. So she let me plan a lesson, get all the supplies together, and teach a group of second graders how to make these little construction paper stained glass windows with cellophane.
Wow. So someone gave you an opportunity, and this opportunity turned into your passion.
Exactly.
I love it. So what does art education mean to you?
So I think that this is a definition for me that is constantly evolving. And I think I'm learning more of how to define this year to year. And I think for now in my career, I would define this as an opportunity to nurture children to help them find their truth using art. And I find that they do that with their imagination, the effort that they put forth in class and in life, collaborating with their peers and their teachers, and then, of course, tapping into their creativity.
You know, many students, when they enter into our classrooms, they all come on many different levels. So my question to you is, how do you differentiate for the various levels of learning?
So I think that choice plays a huge role.
Choice?
Choice learning plays a huge role in my classroom. I think on any given day, there's at least 3 activities happening in my room. I think for a visitor that's not in my room every day would come in and be like, this looks like chaos. But really what's happening is I have a group of students that have now a form of accountability of they need to complete a task before the end of the period with certain learning outcomes. And each activity is reaching towards that common goal, but all with a different pathway. And I think what that gives the student is a great opportunity to own it. They get to own what they're learning and then really like take it in and embody it. And what this does for me is that it gives me 100% engagement. Everyone wants to be there. Everyone wants to participate. And I think what makes it really exciting is that every day is a new day. And the kids, this could look like for them from working on a project that I've assigned at the beginning of the week with one of the learning tasks. If that wasn't working, a student could be working in their sketchbook. There's some guidelines and some parameters, but it's still reaching towards that same common goal. And if those 2 choices aren't working, then sometimes I have an opportunity for kids to work on a community project, which could be working or planning for a mural that we're going to do in the community, working on a certain prompt for a exhibition that's going to be happening in the spring, or working on a project that's going to be displayed in a community's business.
Nice.
An example of this actually was like last year I had a law firm out of Albany contact me who asked us to create 6 or 7 paintings of famous Albany landmarks to then hang and credit in their law firm. So a group of my students have their work hanging in a law firm in downtown Albany with their name and the school attached to it.
Huge. I'm sure you hear this every day. Students into your classroom. I hate art. I don't like art. I can't draw art. Leave me alone. How do you motivate them, and how do you create that positive classroom environment?
I've definitely heard that.
I'm sure.
First, every child's an artist, period.
Say it again.
Every child is an artist, period.
Every child.
But that doesn't mean, though, I still don't have a student that come to September and says, I can't draw. But usually, right off the bat, as you get to know me, I usually respond, oh good, I can't either.
That's a good response. I can't draw, you can't, we do it together.
And I find that usually what this does is with my humor and then the way that I frame my classroom with choice, I can usually turn a challenging situation like this around, which I think then kind of enhances a positive learning environment that I've been trying to create in my classroom. And I find that when I'm kind of setting up my students at the beginning of the year, I have a huge advantage. I think art enhances this. But what I do find is that when I frame my lessons to be restorative and give kids an opportunity to disconnect from other classes, math, science, stressing them out, or worries that are happening outside the 4 walls of the high school, it gives them a minute to process. And usually the outcome is some wonderful artwork. I also usually, when I'm framing my projects to be restorative, it gives them an opportunity to work through something that they haven't had an opportunity to do yet. So for example, actually my high schoolers right now, they're working on a project which I call Face Your Fear.
Face Your Fear?
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful.
And what the students have to do is they have to create a painting that addresses what their greatest fear is. And year to year, I get a huge list of all these different ideas that the students have come up with. But then there's some ones that are reoccurring, and one of the more powerful ones that I come across is that sometimes my seniors that are in this class usually select that they have a fear of not graduating.
I've heard that all too many times.
So I think what's helpful with this project is it gives them an opportunity to work through that is a fear that they have and they're holding on to and carrying every day. But then it gives me an opportunity as a teacher to help them plan and work through this so then their greatest fear doesn't become a reality.
I love what you do. I love what you're doing right now. Especially how you're able to accommodate for the various levels of learning. I truly love that. I want to tell you, I love doing what I do. I really do love doing what I do. The best thing about what I love to do is the relationships that's built between the students, their families, and the educators. They motivate me to continue this work. Can you give us an example of a student who motivated you to continue this work?
Yes. I had a student, her name was Jessica Moultrie.
Jessica Moultrie.
Yes, years ago. But if I had to describe her at first, she just embodied art.
Really?
Lived it every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Art was her life. And you can see that in the art that she's creating now. She is always very true to herself in her art, and her ideas and her concepts are very original. And I only got to teach her for a couple of years at a high school level, but within that time frame, I got to see her develop her art voice.
Wow.
I did keep in touch with her after she graduated, and I recently heard that this past summer she got to create a mural for the Red Bull Distribution Center.
Red Bull?
Yes.
Like Red Bull. Red Bull.
Like, yes, the drink.
Like the real Red Bull,
Yes.
not like Red Bull.
Yes. And I brought in a photo
have
to
to see
share
this.
with you of the mural.
She did this?
Yes.
This is amazing.
It's beautiful.
No way. This is
Yeah.
Jessica. This is wow.
Yeah. And the great part about this is that this is not where it stopped. You know, I think this was an opportunity that motivated her to do more. And now what I'm seeing her do, collaborating with other artists and community members, she's down in Florida right now working on a mural for a dog park.
For dog park?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Miss Moultrie, we want to give you a big shout out.
Yes.
Keep doing your thing, girl. We are so proud of you. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we are here with a young woman who is changing lives every day through art education in her classrooms. Please help me welcome Miss Chrissy Monahan. And she's getting ready to play Quick Art. Okay, you ready? Okay. I'm going to pick one of these cards. I'm going to read what's behind the card.
Okay.
Your job is to actually draw what I just read.
Oh no.
Okay? But here's a catch. It gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. Okay? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is a funny one. I want you to draw a smiley face with big teeth.
Okay.
Big teeth. How fast? Tick, tock, tick, tock. Oh! Done it right. Okay, let's see what we got. No way. You see that? Think she nailed it. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's see which one here. Okay. Oh, this is really good here. So many of our students are playing this game called Fortnite. And this seems to be the talk of the town, Fortnite. There's a character on Fortnite, I believe it's a DJ. His name is Marshmallow. I want you to draw Marshmallow. Are you ready?
Okay.
Go. Tick, tock, tick, tock. She's really fast at this. Marshmallow. Fortnite. Sounds like she's almost done. She's done. Let's see what we have. Uh-oh. Let's see.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna tell you guys, she's good. She's good. What do you think? Did she nail it? Is this Marshmallow? Think so. Great. Okay, ready for the next one?
Oh no.
Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna make this hard now. Okay. Oh, this is a very good one. So there's this new thing out now with all of the teenagers now. This thing called Dub Smash, where they put their phone up against a wall or something, and they're in front of it doing a dance. It's called a Dub Smash. I want you to draw a student doing a Dub Smash on her cell phone. You ready?
Yes.
Go. You can hear the marker just hitting the page, just like it's fast. Quick art. Look at her facial expressions as an artist, just all into the craft. Sounds like she's almost done. She's done.
I don't know about this one.
You don't know? I don't know. Let's see. No way. No way. This looks like some of my students too. What do you think? She even wrote Dub Smash on the bottom. You believe that? The Dub Smash. I think she nailed it. Ready for one more? One more. Oh, this is really a good one too. Educators, how many times has a student come into your classroom and have asked you, can I charge my cell phone? When they know cell phones should be put away. I want you to draw your facial expressions when a student comes to your classroom and she says, Miss Monahan, please charge my phone. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Go. Students, we know cell phones should be kept in our lockers and not in class. Cell phones are a distraction in our classrooms. We're on Facebook, Dub Smash, Snapchat. These things are distractions. We should really focus on our craft, which is understanding the lesson in front of us. Put those phones away. It's almost done. I can hear it. It's almost done. Uh-oh, I see a look. Let's see. Let's see. This is crazy. Okay. Check this out. And let me do the face. You ain't charging no cell phone in my classroom. Not at all. Listen, this is great. Listen, you are amazing. This is great. Thank you so much for playing the game. I know it was a lot. Well, folks, that's all we have for you today. I truly hope you enjoyed the show. Miss Chrissy, thank you so much for being on the show. We want to also give a shout out to Jessica Moultrie and all her great works. Continue moving on. Before we leave, can you give our families and our students words of encouragement?
Yes. I think for everyone, I say this all the time. I sign my students' yearbooks with this. I always tell everyone to stay creative and to never stop making your art.
Nice. Well, we heard it best from Miss Monahan. She also said, every child is an artist, period. Until next time, be safe.